You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Sean Facote!
Hey!
Italian.
You guys want Mercury Stardust HBO login?
The movie is about a guy writing a movie that becomes the movie that you're watching. It's insane.
You're burying
What a
the
faux
lead.
pas
He
is
was
that?
Tommy Lee Jones' roommate in college?
I know! Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 286. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Hag.
And TJ May.
Matt, new haircut hag.
I did not get a new haircut. It's just
Your hair does not
I-
look like that normally.
I showered and it's still drying, and I used the
by the end
leave-in
of the
conditioner.
podcast?
Yeah,
By
it'll
the
be
end
all
of the podcast?
poofy.
Okay, that's what I need. I can't leave with this new Matt canon. Matt has to have frizzy hair. That's the That's canon.
How's this?
Hey guys, do you want to know what the best part about? Do you want to know who is the
We're off to a great start so far.
who's the villain? I'm trying to write a joke in my head while I'm talking, so it's not going well. Who's the villain in the Zelda timeline?
Ganondorf?
Ganondorf.
Ganon. Well, like Ganondorf.
Ganondorf. Get it?
What?
Welcome to Born in the 80s episode. Fuck.
That's the one I'll leave in the draft tweets pile.
Welcome to
No.
Born in the 80s, where we've now just kicked John off the podcast.
Oh man.
Yeah, John, you're off the show.
guys.
That's my level of bad humor.
I'm sorry, guys. Okay, can I tell you? Oh fuck! What? I don't even have anything to talk about today, guys.
I forgot that
I don't have
Cuphead
the
came
doc
out.
up.
I
I was really
such-
excited about it because it looks
Yeah.
pretty, but I guess it's too hard for me to play it. That's what I'm gathering from all of the reviews.
Oh yeah,
I just
like-
want to look at the pretty pictures.
yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know what my life is right now, guys. I've been so busy at work this last week that I just am. Skunk got nothing. I'm so burnt out. Guys,
Yeah.
what's happening in the world? I'm gonna need to lean heavy on you guys for this episode. I know that.
I'll tell you what's
leaning so you
happening in
can't
the
take a
world,
knee?
John. Nothing good.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it too, because like nothing good has been happening as well in anything for anyone ever. I just kind of like feel like just like this is a bad week, you know, like just not good. There's a cat though that's making me feel better over
Yeah,
there.
cats are
rolling
good.
around on the ground. Yeah. So I don't know. You guys done anything cool lately? I'm sure the only thing is there's gonna be something weird I've done recently that's like of note. Like, just like gotten away into something weird. Gone down to YouTube holes. Anyone gone down any YouTube holes or Wikipedia? All right.
Okay,
let's
so
restart the podcast.
this is what I've been doing.
Okay.
Um,
Let's get a fresh start.
So I've been reading
Fresh start.
Ready Player One.
Okay.
And John, I don't
had
remember.
you never read it before?
Well, not since like a couple months ago when I started reading it, because I'm the slowest reader ever. But John, I don't remember if we or I don't know if you remember, like 1,000 years ago, you gave me a Kavinsky CD.
Yes, I did. Because I wanted
I've been
you to
listening
make the...
to that music while I read it, because it's like his music is basically like the Knight Rider theme or like the Stranger Things theme. It's like retro synths, and like you feel like you're driving through a rainy night with a bunch of neon
Yes.
all over the place.
Yes,
And it is
I
a
like
perfect
Kavinsky.
compliment for Ready Player One. And because of that, I've been experimenting with synthesizers a lot, and it's a lot of fun. So instead of
I
playing
told you
games, I've been playing with synthesizers. I'm sorry.
I know.
I've been a
I know.
disappointment.
I told you why I gave you that CD. Remember? So I
Oh
said-
yeah, I didn't remember until right now. Wasn't I supposed to use that for inspiration for the theme?
Yeah, because we wanted like a new theme. This is before you were even on the podcast. This was like 5 years ago. I think.
Yeah. You were ahead
I
of
was
your
just like-
time.
I know. Well, I was way into it right after the movie Drive came out. Which is
Yeah,
kind
because
of
I was
when-
on the soundtrack, right?
Yes. I really didn't like the movie Drive, but I really liked the soundtrack. Wow, I was so right. 2011. That was 6 years ago. Matt, what is wrong with me? That was a long time ago. I am just marveling at how long ago that was. Like, how old was I when that happened? I was 26?
You're 48.
Holy fuck.
Time is
so
compressing.
old.
It's just going to go faster and faster and faster and faster.
Oh, hey. Aaron's asking about the trailer. Looked like Ready Player One will be faithful to the book. Probably not. Because the book has, like, a lot of properties that it's based on. Because, like, book basically takes place in a fantasy mashup of every single 1980s pop culture thing you can imagine. And, like, late 70s.
I'm going to
So-
re-watch the trailer because I haven't seen it
There-
since I started reading the book.
There's no way that it can, like, ever have all the stuff that's in there because the rights to get all that would just be insane.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Warner
And
Brothers
like even
has the
the
rights
Spielberg movies that are referencing it, like he doesn't own the rights to all that.
to. No, exactly. So it's kind of like it'll just be what it is. I think they'll get as much as they can and it'll be fine. I hope it's a good movie.
The love story is really frustrating me.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
it,
hey, I'm gonna stalk you until you like me.
yeah, it's kind of weird.
It feels like it was written by somebody who may not have ever been in a relationship.
Yeah. So I like, okay, so one of the things that bothers me about the book and is that there's an insane backlash that happened, I think, when the movie trailer announcement came out, because people are just like, everyone who knows this podcast knows me. I hate nostalgia bullshit, like for nostalgia bullshit, even though I buy an SNES classic. And
Yeah, I was gonna say, what
to
did
nostalgia.
you do last Friday?
No. I understand where it is, but that is different though. That is like a way for me to play games in a good way, like with the original controller feel. You know what I mean? Like, it isn't like with this, the nostalgia humping I hate is like a Jurassic Park T-shirt with like a Yoshi as the T-Rex, like the awful like cringy mashup bullshit. You know, like people just cashing in rather than just like faithfully like presenting original stuff, which is like what I like. And it's just kind of like, yeah, it doesn't need to be forced. It needs to be just like presented as the original, let people re-experience it. It's awesome. We don't need to like hump the like, ooh, remember that? It's like, no, just like put it back so I can be like, yeah, I appreciate that. That was good. Like, I
Yeah.
understand why I like that so much. Anyway, so the book is, if you like, people would just like take like short passages out of the book and like, boy, look how garbage this is. And it's like, yeah, it's garbage if you look at like a paragraph without any context. Because like the whole point of the book is the ridiculous nostalgia stuff happening. I think I've had this discussion on the podcast before, but like,
You have.
it's just, yeah. And it's just like, I understand it, but I feel like this is a weird target to hit because I feel like the nostalgia is the whole point of the book.
Yeah, I don't think like the book wouldn't stand on its own if it wasn't set in
No.
this crazy
And,
virtual
well,
nostalgia world.
And to give Ernest Cline some credit, he's pretty good at writing a page turner. You know, like you really want to see what happens next. You want to know, how does he solve this riddle? Like it's good. It's like Harry Potter was. Where you're just like, okay, like we know there's some crazy thing happening. Got to find out what's happening next. It just had a good flow to it. So it was awesome as a book, and I liked it. And it was really fun. I loved it. But like looking back at it, yeah, some stuff like that love story is just kind of like, this doesn't need to be in here. Like, this is too much. Yeah, so, I mean, I understand it. I think it does legitimately deserve some of the criticism, but, like, going back to when that book came out in, like, I think it was, like, 2011 or 2012, like, just effusive praise. Like, just, like, 5-star reviews from, like, NPR and New York Times and stuff, so it's just like...
Really?
Yeah, man. I'm serious.
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I'm
Here's the
enjoying
thing.
it, but it's...
Here's the thing, Matt. That hit before the crazy nostalgia stuff has happened. You know what I mean? That was
Yeah, I
right
suppose.
before we got crushed with all this nostalgia stuff that's happened.
But even
so.
just, like, the writing, there are passages that after I read it, I'll
and
just go,
nobody-
like, what the... Like,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning, he has a tendency to over-explain the world way too much.
Yeah. And nobody... I don't think anyone said, like, oh, this is, like, an amazing work of fiction, but they're like, as a summer read, because it came out in the summer, they're like, this is just really fun. Like, I really enjoyed it. It was a fun book. You know, it's not like some going to win any literary awards, but it was fun. You know, so anyway, that being said, I worry about the movie not being able to differentiate the style of nostalgia from the book, where it's maybe going to try
I'd say
too hard to, like,
definitely
cash in on stuff.
think about picking up the book, because it's not a very challenging read. So, like, even though
It's a quick read.
Yeah, like,
Except for
I'm mostly
Matt.
reading it on lunch breaks and stuff, which is why it's taking me so long, but I'm, like, a slow reader in general. But still, like, I'll get 10 or more pages done in a half-hour lunch break. So it trucks along. It's worth the time
sure
that it'll take you to read it.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get that paperback for like $5 used.
Yeah.
Or just give it a read. It's fun. One thing that is interesting though is that I, like, kept trying to, like, I think I may even talked about this on the podcast too, TJ. Maybe you have an encyclopedic knowledge of what we've talked about, but
I am the podcast historian.
but, like, I think I tried to look into interviews with Ernest Cline to try and kind of figure out why he wrote the book the way he did, because to me, the nostalgia in the book felt like maybe a cautionary tale for the main character. Not the main character, but the creator of the game world. I forget the dang name of that character. Matt, do you have that?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyway, him, the guy who created the world of nostalgia, and, like, I don't want to spoil the book for you, Matt, but, like...
Yeah, don't spoil anything for me.
But, like, I thought of it as, if you look at this, the people that created that, you know, the Matt, what's the name of the world that they're in? Do you even know anything about this book that you're reading? I don't have to get a Wikipedia.
It's Oasis.
Oasis. Okay,
That's the VR world.
The creators of Oasis were this guy who was kind of like a lonely,
Yeah,
like,
Halliday.
introvert. Halliday, yes, who created a bunch of...
And he, like, seems to have some, like, autism spectrum stuff going
Yeah,
on, where he, like,
but
had
it's not
these
even
super
that.
strong
Yeah, yeah.
attachments to his, like,
yes.
entertainment.
That basically, the point of the book was that this guy couldn't escape his nostalgia, and in the end kind of lived a sad life. Because I think it talked about some of the other creators, like, got married and had kids, you know, went on to do other stuff, but he just kind of never leave it, you know? And and then, like, I was like, okay, so maybe that's what they're saying, and then I won't tell you how the book ends, Matt, but I mean, you can imagine that, you know, the good guys prevail and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I
The
kind of
nerd
took
gets
that,
the girl and the good guys
Yeah, yeah.
prevail and everything.
yeah, and it kind of felt like, I understand that, and then you've probably seen this in the book, but, like, working together with other friends, you can accomplish more than, you know, what you could do alone. And so, like, I thought it was kind of like a juxtaposition of, like, this guy who couldn't escape his nostalgia versus this kid who appreciated it, but also was able to, you know, grow as a person. And then I was reading, like, the interviews that Ernest Cline, he's like, no, I just love all that old stuff. It's cool. And I'm like, what? I'm reading into this. And then I had this huge discussion with somebody about this, like, and they were just like, but, you know, you shouldn't you're allowed to make you're allowed to
Yeah.
say what
I
you
mean,
think
just
that the
because
author's thinking,
he-
even if they haven't said it. Just because he hasn't said it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that wasn't part of why
It's
he created
possible
the art.
that he accidentally included all of that. Like, just because he doesn't know that's what's going on doesn't mean that it's not there in the work.
Yeah, and like the Ernest Cline guy sounds awful because he like bought a DeLorean and he's like, yeah, like the one from Back to the Future with all the stuff on it. So
Yeah. He's
kind of like,
spray painting the
okay.
Ghostbuster thing inside. I feel
Yeah.
like he's probably not going to have another hit after this one.
No, he had that highly anticipated book. I think it was Armada, which was his follow up. Armada, Ernest Cline. Yeah, and the backlash hit hard on that one. I think it's got about. And I think the customer reviews on Amazon are pretty accurate. So it's giving it 3.5 stars. Who were just kind of like, yeah, it wasn't as good as the original one. It kind of did like another mashup thing, you know. Can I read some of the horrible stuff that people wrote about it in reviews?
Yes.
Let me just see what I'm going to tell you. What Rolling Stone.
Welcome to the Amazon expedition. Where we'll...
No. So this is what Rolling Stone said about the book Armada by Ernest Cline that deserves this Rolling Stone writer to he needs to be crucified and drawn and quartered, because I'm just going to read this. Nerdgasmic. Another science fiction tale with a Comic-Con's worth of pop culture shoutouts.
Don't like this writer.
Nerdgasm. Ugh. You gonna write that in your professional review? Let's see here. It just kind of like people. I mean, George R. R. Martin loved the book, I guess, and Ready Player One. I mean, you know, they're fun books. I can't really argue, and I think that like John Scalzi said, Armada proves Ernest Cline is a modern master of wish fulfillment literature and reminding us of what to be careful what we wish for. John Scalzi, writer of one of my favorite science fiction novels, Old Man's War. Have you ever read Old Man's War? Can I explain the
no,
concept,
but
the sci-fi concept?
you've talked about some aspects of it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because I talked about the way that
About
people
like the
switch
body
bodies.
transfer thing back
Yeah.
when I was watching Black Mirror.
Yes, because we were wondering how that could happen, and like they totally had a good explanation for how that could happen in that book. Just a quick bring people up to speed if they haven't listened to that old episode. But the idea was like, and this like blew my mind. It's like, oh my god, you totally could transfer your mind into a robot if you did this. So they basically built like a machine that connects your brain up to like a neural network that like takes over all of the like processes of the brain, and then like, you know, like, and then it just turns off your brain, like how like one lobe of your brain could turn off and the other one, and it just turns that one on, and then just switch the other one off, and your consciousness has transferred over to that, because your consciousness at one point was in 2 full brains, and then you shut one off, and then you're that. But anyway, the concept of that book is awesome, that when you retire, you're like, all right, I could either retire or I could go into military service for, I think it's like 2 years or something in this, and they'll give me a new body that's like 20, and I'll be able to live for another 100 years, but I may just get murdered immediately because it's that. But I'm 75. I'm gonna die anyway. Like, what's the point? And so it kind of goes through that, and it kind of really had an Ender's Game feel to it, you know, where it's just a military book, but with a lot of really interesting like thought concepts of kind of how everything works, and like it's got a military academy where, you know, you're learning stuff. So really cool book. Respect his opinion. I probably should read Armada because I'm sure I'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about like,
it looks like
space
Old
fighting.
Man's War might be made into a movie at some point. It's listed as in development, which means who knows. But yeah, I'm on IMDb and I saw an ad for the Jumanji movie, and I'm just like confused.
Yeah.
There's so many people that I like in this, but I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, the Jumanji movie, See, now this is the type of nostalgia I don't like.
Jack
reboots.
Black, The Rock, Karen Gillian.
I don't like reboots, Matt. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I like. So like,
Oh
I
man,
hate the fact.
the first Jumanji movie was a masterpiece, though.
Like, I hate that they're remaking Jumanji and making it into something bad. I don't really hate, because I don't really hold a special candle to Jumanji. But like, let's say I didn't really like Jurassic World that much, but if you were to put Jurassic Park on the big screen again, I would go buy tickets and see it. Does that make sense? Like, I want to watch the originals again. I don't want to watch reimaginings, or like someone trying to rekindle that type of nostalgia. I'm not saying
I don't know. I like Jurassic
that.
World, but
Yeah.
that's
have to
more
beg-
of a
we're gonna have to
sequel,
differ on
right?
that
So
one. Yeah, but it's trying to. I don't know. You know what I mean, though. That's
Yeah.
not the best example. Like maybe a better example is like that RoboCop reboot they tried to do.
oh yeah, I
You
never
know,
saw
it's
that.
just like why? Just why? Much rather see RoboCop on the big screen again. Like, because they made it once and it was really good, and I'd like to see.
Most of the time when
Like-
there's a reboot like that, I'll just never see it because I don't see stuff like the first week unless it's Star Wars, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
all those reboots have been so bad that everybody stops talking about it after a week, and I
Yeah.
forget that it exists.
Yeah. Like, for instance, I'm going to go on in the Marcus Theater. I'm going to go on Fandango, where I bought tickets for this. No, I'm going to go Friday night at 10 p.m. because they're showing The Shining. Like, I would love to see that in theaters again. Like, I don't
nice.
even know if I've seen The Shining in theaters once, but I'd love to see it in the theaters. So, I'll go to that. But if someone was like, "Oh, we're making The Shining again," fuck Stanley Kubrick. He didn't do it right. Like, what's his name?
They did
Stephen
do
King
that,
didn't
though.
Even like it.
They made a made-for-TV miniseries.
Yeah, let's not count that. I mean, I guess is a miniseries.
Apparently,
on TV.
Stephen King loved it.
Stephen King, you're really good at writing books and like creating characters and worlds, but I don't think your eye for cinema is equivalent to your ability to write. Oh man, Aaron says the Jurassic Park plays the drive-in plays Jurassic Park sometimes. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah,
that'd
that'd
be
be
awesome
cool.
in the drive-in.
I think Stephen King just likes miniseries because you're able to cram more stuff from
you can
his
get all
book
the-
into it. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, the movie. They took all this stuff out, all this like brilliant stuff I wrote when I was super coked out.
It is like 1,000 pages. Like, they can barely cram that into a movie, a 2-hour movie. Man, can we talk about the Star Trek Discovery thing? I kind of want to watch it.
I want to watch
But-
it too. Can
but
you?
I can't.
Okay, if you bite the bullet and sign up for the service,
No, Matt, I'll
then,
tell you what
like,
you can do.
if you get hacked or something and your account login credentials get posted on our line chat,
Yeah.
then nobody's
what's,
at fault there.
Do you know what's crazy about Star Trek Discovery? Just wait until the season's over. I believe you get like a 1 week or 2 week free trial. Just binge it all, cancel it. That's what
Yeah.
I'm going to do. I'll just have to wait.
Well, they're doing a split season too, so they expect people to stay signed up for their service while they're on like the mid-season break, and
So
that's
it's
not
really
going to happen.
You know what's really interesting though is that like I've read this online, that the show The Orville
Yeah,
exists, and
that's on Hulu.
someone's like, I kind of want to watch this because they're like, this really feels like Next Generation. Like, it's not as much of a comedy, I guess, as I thought it was going to be. I guess
That's
it's
what I
like
heard too. I heard the
very
first
much a drama
episode seems a little bit too comedy-ish, but it gets
Yeah.
better after that.
Yeah. I'll say that on you know what the funny part about Rotten Tomatoes is, the way that they like you can't really, they have like TV reviews, but it just doesn't work because like you said here, it's got like I think a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes because it's just reviews of the first episode. You know what I mean? It's like, what can you do? Like a pilot's a pilot.
Man.
It's tough.
I forgot Blade Runner 2049 opens this week. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited because of the director.
All right.
Dennis Villeneuve. Oh God, I'm never gonna say it right. I'm probably just.
And it's got a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Dennis. Denise. He's only got one N, so maybe that's how you pronounce it. I forget where he's from. Oh, is he from like South America somewhere? Anyway, he directed Arrival.
I still have to see that.
And Sicario, I think it's Sicario.
I'm not going to see that one because I heard it was sad.
It's not sad. It's a little
He's
sad,
French-Canadian.
Actually, now that I think about it. He's French-Canadian, okay. Why did I think he was from... I guess maybe I just imagine with the last name that he had and that his first movie that I saw was about the Mexican drug trade and like the Colombian... Like, I just assumed
and
he was
you
from
did
that
pronounce it as Villanueve, so that might be it.
Villanueve. No. So anyway, I think it's... Oh, now I know how to do it. It's French. It's Denis Villeneuve. Duh. Why am I so bad at this? Anyway, this is tracking to be one of his lower rated Rotten Tomatoes scores because Arrival and Sicario just both had a 94. So
yeah,
but I heard
and it usually goes down a bit after it opens.
Yeah, I heard it's real good, but also very slow, kind of like the original, I guess. But like,
oh shit, the Flatliners remake is at 4%.
Dude, I was like, oh, this could be interesting. And then I watched the trailer, and I was like, what is this? They're like trying to make it into like a weird, like, I'm trying to think of that, like, Final Destination kind of like, you know? It's like,
have you seen the original?
I haven't, but I've heard, I know what
I was super young when I saw the original, but I remember it being like really trippy and cool.
Yeah. But this is just like kind of like preppy, like murder kid club. You know, like it's like, what? What is this?
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with Flatliners is they're medical students that are able to like bring themselves to the brink of death and cross over and then come back. So in the original, like they start seeing stuff and then the hallucinations cross over into real life and it gets into a lot of like what is real type stuff. But yeah, I'm disappointed that is only 4%. That's the lowest score I've seen in a while.
Yeah, well, you know, one of my favorite things on Rotten Tomatoes is that they'll have like actors. They'll say their 5 favorite movies. And sometimes they're really like interesting to like kind of see how like people think of movies. Can I mention a bad one here?
Yes.
Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
All right. Her 5 favorite movies are not great. Her 5 favorite movies are the 5 favorite movies of someone who is your roommate in college. So there you go. How about this? Royal Tenenbaums, which I rewatched recently.
I like that.
That's good. Have you rewatched it recently?
Not recently.
It's really slow. I didn't realize this, like, coming back, like, because, like, his movies now have, like, a speed to them with the cuts and, like, the camera work that just didn't exist back then. You know what I mean?
He's all corporate now. I did watch Bottle Rocket, and I had to stop because it was too slow.
Yeah. It's a different style that you had back then. Still funny though, like great performances, and it looks awesome. Like just the art in his movies is always great. Groundhog Day, also top favorites. That's a great one. You know what I mean? Like, all right, here's another one. Forrest Gump.
That's a good one, but it's very long.
I like Forrest Gump. Yeah,
it's a good movie for when you're on like a charter bus and you're driving like 6 hours.
Yeah. Bridesmaids and John Wick.
I haven't seen John Wick yet.
Neither have I. I bet I'd like it.
I need to see the John Wicks, and then I need to see Keanu.
is Olivia Munn. I mean, no offense to her.
Oh,
Oh, you're about to offend her. That's what that means.
I'm okay. I'm gonna offend her.
Oh shit! TJ is dropping the bomb.
All she was for about 10 years was literally a pair of tits on E.
Wow!
Whoa!
Whoa! What are you, Cam Newton over here?
I think women should
reference?
be empowered.
But
and
no, she was definitely she was a host on E's
yeah.
Oh, what's the name of the frickin' show? It was where she used to go to like the weird place and she'd always be wearing a bikini. Wild On, yeah.
She replaced neo-Nazi Tia Tequila.
Oh man, this seems like actually a really good podcast topic for us to go over people's 5 favorite movies, because there's
okay. I want to. Are you done with your list? Because I want to do a palate cleanser here.
Okay.
These are Bruce Campbell's 5 favorite horror films: Night of the Living Dead.
Oh yeah, I saw this one. That's great, awesome, perfect.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I haven't seen that one. I need to see that one. The Exorcist.
It's a classic. Exorcist, amazing, great.
Sixth Sense. Bruce Willis was dead the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that definitely is a horror movie.
And then Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Hey man, there's some good movies here, and some other. Oh man, this is a great game because some of these are great.
Oh, I got it. I got the game.
This is good. I want to do this for a while because some
hold
of these
on.
are so
John,
bad.
I'll stop looking at this.
Yeah.
You say the 5 movies, and we'll try to guess the celebrity.
Oh, this is such a good idea.
That's great.
Oh man, okay. Some of these people have good ones. See, okay, I just want to go over like one quick here without it, because you're never gonna guess the celebrity because she's not like a huge name. But Jenny Slate, who is like an actress, she's in some movies. She was in the movie Obvious Child, the new movie Landline. But she's got like a really interesting list here, which is like what a good list is if you're asked this question. And there's like 5 really weird films, like that are not like crazy art movies or like super popular movies, but they're movies that like you really like had a connection with. Like she writes some really interesting. There's this like French short film that she saw when she was a kid that she thought was really interesting. There was the Sesame Street Follow That Bird movie that she really liked. She loved the music, in it, and then Field of Dreams, which is great because there's one, and then she really liked The League of Their Own. So she's got like, these aren't like, oh, I love The Godfather, like, okay.
But The Godfather's a good movie.
It is, but I'm saying like favorite. This isn't the movies you are the 5 best. This is like, what are your favorite movies? All right, I gotta go.
So my 5 favorite, well, John picks.
Okay.
A celebrity is I think it would have to be.
Are you saying
Tremors?
your 5?
Tremors, that's
Sandlot.
great.
Tremors. This is good so far. I like it.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Okay. Yep. Michel Gondry.
Jurassic Park.
Okay.
And Star Wars. Probably.
Yeah, that's a good list.
Return of the Jedi. No, Empire. Because I've matured. It would have been, if you would have asked me 10 years ago, it would have been Return of the Jedi, but I've matured like fine wine. So it's Empire.
Okay. I'm writing mine down too now that we're doing this.
So I don't know.
While
if
you do that, I'm gonna run and grab
a good list.
Drink.
Oh wait, you can't run off while I'm writing something. Okay. Well, I'll just TJ, you vamp for a minute while I finish writing. I got half my list already.
All right, this is a list from a 90s baseball video game where a Japanese game designer had to make up a bunch of American names.
I saw this, and it's the best thing ever. You have to read all of these.
Yes, I'm going to read every single one right now.
So can you just give a background of why this exists? So, like, in Japan, a big thing was when people would code video games is they had to use pseudonyms because, like, other companies were poaching people off of games, so they had to, like, use your nickname or whatever. And so I think for this make this look like it was made in America so people will buy it, right? No?
I think this was a list of players where they made fake names for the players to sound American.
Better.
Yes. So, Matt, just really quick while John's finishing his list, This is a list of American-sounding names that a Japanese game designer made up for a 1990s baseball video game.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw this on Twitter, but I didn't get a chance to read through any of the names.
Yeah, you guys both saw it because I retweeted it. So the first one is I'm going to pronounce it two ways. It's either Sleeve McDickle or Sleeve McDykel.
Okay.
Anson Sweeney. I don't know what Anson is. We've got Daryl Archideld.
This is the most
Anatoly
American name.
Smorin.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, spelled R-E-Y. McSriff.
Yeah, get that. Just throw a Mick in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Glen Allen Mixon. All right. It's going to be really tough to pronounce this last name, but I've got this. It's Mario McRlain. McRlwain. McRlain. We've got Raul Chamgerlain. Kevin Nogelny. Tony Smernick. Tony Smernick.
This is the best one.
Smerick.
This next one's the best one.
Yep. You ready? Bobson Dugnut.
Bobson Dugnut.
No, there's some good ones coming up too. We've got Willie Dustis. Jeremy, but spelt Jerome. Jerome Gride.
Jerome.
Scott Dork.
Scott Dorque.
Spelled Dower Q-U-E.
Dorque.
Dorque. Shaun instead of Sean. Shaun Furcott.
Sean
Or Furcoat. F-U. It's probably Furcoat.
Sean Furcote.
Hey!
It's Italian.
Dean Westry. Next one I like because I'm going to pronounce it how I think it should be. It's Mike Truck.
Yeah,
Mike Truck. Hi, I'm Mike
Nothing
Truck.
says American like Mike Truck. All right.
I like hunting,
We've got,
fishing, and disrespecting women.
We have Dwight spelled incorrectly without
You mean
the H.
Dwiggett?
So Dwiggett, Rorchigal, which is Portugal with an R.
Portugal.
Tim Sandiele. I don't know how to pronounce that. Carl Dandleton. Mike Cernandez. And Todd Gonzalez.
And of course, Mark.
Ruffalo. Ruffalo. Sounds like he hit it twice. I'm just that good.
I wish I had a soundbite cut out of you going Mick. But I guess I don't have that.
Stabby
Because that apparently is what Japanese people, that's like their stereotypical name for us.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quite fond of Mike Truck, spelled T-R-U-K.
I'm Mike Truck, and I like to...
And the names are just ever so slightly off. Like they took real names and changed one word or one letter in it.
Okay.
Like Cernandez and Gonzalez.
I actually think my favorite one might be Sleeve McDykel. That one's really good. Okay. Here,
Daryl Archideld.
I want to give my 5 favorites before we get into the guessing game.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'll give hints about the person, so it's not like impossible for you to guess. There's just some random celebrity. I'm trying to find like big names too, not some weird person I've never heard of that's like in like a TV pilot that started. So okay, but anyway, let's go over my 5 faves. 5 faves. There's a trivia question for little podcast network listeners. What one of these I did an episode of another little podcast show about, so I figured I had to leave it in.
So The Last Starfighter.
Yep, that's right. Matt remembers.
Yep.
Okay. The answer that I always give when people ask me what my favorite movie is, and I feel really bad because I started a new job and we had like a meeting where someone put an icebreaker where we named our favorite movies and I had to flinch because I was near the end. and I was like, I can't say this movie because no one will know what it is, and I'll feel ostracized. I don't remember what I went with, but it was something more recent that I thought was really good. Doctor Strange Love, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
Oh, I feel like people would have known that.
Well, that's my favorite movie.
If you're working with a bunch of uncultured swine.
That's definitely my favorite because it's exactly the movie for John, because it's A, a comedy, B, about everyone dying in a nuclear war, and so there's like the just amazing humor, drama, and like the misery vampireness of the situation itself that is just so perfect in that movie. And Peter Sellers playing 3 characters is fucking just so fantastic. Okay. My other favorites, Spirited Away, the Miyazaki animated film. That would probably be number 2 of my favorite movies. Broadcast News, which I saw recently, is in the top 5. I think I mentioned this on this podcast, or maybe I mentioned it on a podcast with Lance. But I love that movie so much that I downloaded the script and read the script, because the script is so good. It's like one of the best written movies I've ever seen. And then I had Ghostbusters and I crossed it out because I had to think of a different movie. It's tough because I want to put that one on there. And
you replaced it with the Ghostbusters remake.
Yeah, no, I replaced it with The Breakfast Club. It's tough because I wanted a John Hughes movie on there.
Oh, and you didn't go with Ferris Bueller?
Ferris Bueller's really good too. I just love The Breakfast Club. I don't know. I love the setting. Ferris Bueller's really good though too. It's tough. I had to pick a Hughes movie though, knowing me, so I put it on there. Okay, let's do the guessing game. Well, that's a really bad list. All right, here's a really bad list. I want you to guess. This guy he's a man.
Okay.
He's an actor, but he wasn't originally an actor. He was an actor he was a person who became famous and then became an actor.
Okay. This is all good information.
Yes. All right, here are the movies. Blazing Saddles. That's a good choice.
It is a good choice, yeah.
It's probably I'm trying to think of what... If like I had to pick a Mel Brooks movie, I probably would have picked Young Frankenstein as my
That's what I would have picked as well,
choice.
yeah.
Not
I still haven't seen Young Frankenstein.
It's real good. It's really good. Blazing Saddles
it's
is
a
good
season
choice.
for it, too.
But Blazing Saddles is also like the default choice. All right, Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. He said the franchise. He likes all of them. Star Wars.
Okay.
Okay, yep, okay. Here's where the plot gets lost. The Matrix, the trilogy.
Okay, now I'm confused because they only made one.
Okay, here's his explanation. Here's his explanation. The same could be said about the Matrix movie, all 3. A lot of people would be like, well, no, just the first one, because the other 2 weren't to my fancy. I liked all 3 because of the entire story. The unique concept, like he thought that the storyline throughout the trilogy was worth sticking around for. Okay? Saving Private Ryan. That's
all
it.
right.
Here's the best part. I'm a huge fan of Saving Private Ryan. What the movie did and how it rekindled the new generation's respect for the greatest generation. Yeah, thanks, buddy. He capitalized the greatest generation, by the way. Anyway, it's a good movie.
I'm trying to read into your tone.
All right, so
like you've got some disdain for this person.
We got the 5th.
Okay, go ahead.
I like this person, but I'm not liking their movie choices, which is why I'm mad. The Big Short, 2015.
Okay.
Interesting
Now,
choice.
There are 2 actors I can think of that in my mind were famous first.
Yep.
And then became actors.
Yeah.
There are 2 in my mind as well, and they were both wrestlers first.
Okay.
One of mine is not a wrestler first.
Okay.
But the other one is.
Okay.
I'll go with the offshoot and go with the one that's not, and say George Clooney.
Oh. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista.
Bow.
Right. But Dave
So-
Bautista actually had a Fave 5 that I didn't do. And now I want to, since you guessed him, let's look at his Fave 5 and see.
Well, first you gotta tell us who it is.
Oh,
Is this
no.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
It is not Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That would have been my other guess.
Yep.
It is. Wait, do you have the soundbite? Can I go to that website and hit the button? It's John Cena.
Oh, no, I don't have that. Oh, well, all right. Okay.
Yeah, so you
Okay,
you were
so-
kind of close with the wrestler idea. You
War,
picked the wrong.
and I don't remember any of the other movies. The Matrix. I don't know.
Yeah, Dave
guess.
Bautista, right? He also picked the Star Wars trilogy.
Because how
But,
can you not? It's the hero's journey.
He said The Godfather, To Kill a Mockingbird, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and La La Land for some reason.
He's got some good
So-
taste, and he also likes La La Land.
To be fair, though, he said, just for shits and giggles, I want to pick a recent movie. You know, so I'm going to say La La Land. So he just wanted to pick one that was out so he could, like, talk about it.
So how soon before you think people are going to start putting the modern Star Wars trilogy on top 5 lists?
Okay, I
think it all counts as the same thing. It's got to be the same.
We need to make this a segment from now on because I like this idea. What? That's not it.
That's the theme.
All right.
Oh wait, I
just-
got another one. How about this one?
What is that?
What the hell is this?
That's from a song I did a while ago.
Oh wow. Were you trying to scare children? All
Yeah.
right, all right, I'm going to pick another one here and this will be the last one tonight and then we'll go to another list later. Oh, we'll do this next week because I want to make this a
Okay.
thing because this is fun. This is a really fun game. So I'll give hints as well. This person is not an actor. This person, I'm not going to say whether they're a politician or not, but they've been involved in political things.
Okay.
They may be a politician, they may not be, but I don't want to like say this is someone who's been in government. This isn't. I just want to say they've been involved in political like movements and things. All right,
Okay.
here we go. The Big Short again. The subprime mortgage issue triggered
And this,
the credit
did you
crisis.
say this was a guy?
a guy? Yes.
Okay.
Which in turn caused the Great Recession. And yet it was so complicated I would not be surprised. Anyway, this is amazing. Would not be surprised if quite a few storytellers had despaired of their ability to elucidate it. But The Big Short did it so brilliantly and made it accessible and understandable, and in the process inspired demands for reform. I thought it was extremely well done.
Okay,
You are
let's just
fucking wrong,
pause.
person,
and
because
think
it did
about-
not inspire demands for reform. It was made 2 years ago. Reforms happened like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Anyway,
I just want to
Yep.
focus on the language because it's very unique. And I
Yes.
feel like there's a clue in there.
Spotlight 2015. That's very good. Yeah, I know the guy who ran the team subsequently was chosen to be the editor of the Washington Post. He's just saying he admired the journalism and he knew the story of the guy who ran the story becoming the New York or the Washington Post's editor. And so he was just saying it was great. Journalism's great. Putting a spotlight on stuff. All right, here we go. Choice number 3. Hidden Figures 2017. I absolutely loved Hidden Figures. If I were a young African American woman, I ask that my question every day. I would
So
ask
he's
the
not a
question,
young African American woman.
why did I not know about this story before now? Oh, even as a blank-year-old white male, I would like to know why
He's
I
a
didn't
white male
know
in
about the
Hollywood,
story.
so that's going to narrow it down.
It's so inspiring. It's almost like a fact-checked Frank Capra movie for the 21st century. It really, really got me psyched up about it. All right, here we go. Lincoln, 2012. Fourth, I would cite Lincoln, and I have 2 connections to the movie. So that's part of the reason why I'm including on the list. My college roommate, Tommy Lee Jones, was amazing in the movie.
Oh,
It's hard for me to believe that Tommy Lee has been... Oh, sorry. He's answering questions here. So he's saying, I love it. It's an actor's actor. And it was a participant movie. They're a part of the producing group, and I'm pretty fond of them. All right?
I don't want to look this up.
Don't look it up.
Who's a politically active old white dude?
Here's the last one. A 5th choice. An inconvenient truth.
Oh, so it's straight up Al Gore.
Davis Guggenheim just recently received an Oscar for his work on that movie. He's a great friend. I was with him last night. He's so talented, and he did such a good job in that movie. Of course, I'm hopelessly biased in including this in the list, but I'm encouraged by how many positive comments people made about how it affected them. Fucking Al Gore put his own movie on his fucking top 5 list.
You're burying
What a
the
faux
lead.
pas
He
is
was
that?
Tommy Lee Jones' roommate in college?
I know!
What the fuck?
That must have been the
I
most...
heard about this, yeah.
That must have been the most boring, cranky fucking room anyone's ever been in.
Should we go out to party? I don't like parties. That's my Al Gore and Tommy Lee Jones impressions, respectively.
How is this not a fucking television series?
Yeah, sitcom.
These 2 fucking people.
Jones and Gore.
Oh my god, as roommates? You could just imagine. It would be like... Oh my god.
I'm just gonna write a note
It's
to
like-
come up with a Jones and Gore
my
TV title
Sitcom.
theme.
It's either a
A
sitcom
la
or
Too
a
Many
horror.
Cooks.
Oh my god. I just want to say, I'm going to say the decline of human race right now is me Google searching The Odd Couple and the 2015 TV series on CBS that lasted 1 season or 3 seasons.
did that?
It's still airing, actually. Came up first and not
What
the
are you
actual...
Googling? I can answer any of your Odd Couple questions.
No. I wanted to know... Well, actually, you could tell me. What are the names of the 2 characters?
Felix
Ooh. Felix
Yes.
Unger.
Unger
Yep.
And
Yes.
Champ McGowan.
no, Felix
Yes.
was like the uptight one.
Yes.
What's the
Yeah.
other guy?
So this is The Odd Couple, but with 2 Felix Ungers. Like, it's just...
That's not odd. That's like a normal couple.
I know.
The normal
So
couple.
we call
Roger
it
or something?
We'll call it the normal couple.
Is
The
it
couple.
Roger something?
We'll
Felix
call
and...
We'll call it the new normal.
The fuck's the other guy's name? And I don't want to look it up.
We'll call
I
it
wanna know.
Blackish.
Felix Oscar
Oscar
Bluth.
Meyer.
the Grouch.
Okay.
Okay, so we've had a couple explosive findings today. One is that
Felix
Al
and
Gore
Oscar.
named himself in his 5 favorite films. And 2, he was roommates with Tommy Lee motherfucking Jones.
I heard about that a while ago, and that's why I'm like, I know this based off of that bit, but
I kind of want to do another one of these because these are awesome.
Do you think they ever kissed?
I don't know, man. All right, I'm gonna give you another good list, Matt. And hopefully you guys can guess this. All
Okay.
right, this is an actor who is from across the pond. A male actor,
Japan.
Who's-
Okay, got it.
done a lot of comedy movies. Here's his 5 faves. Dawn of the Dead. George Romero, 1979. This is a mythic, elusive film because it was banned from the UK. It took me a long time to track it down. And I heard many a story about it. Helicopter decapitation, the guy with the screwdriver in his ear. That stuff was just
That
so
wasn't
fascinating
Dawn.
to me as I
Wait,
grew
was
up. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
The
it was Dawn.
1979.
I thought that was in Day of the Dead. Never mind.
No, there's a helicopter decapitation, I think, in Day of the Dead as well. No, is there? There's a helicopter. Anyway, it did not disappoint. It was obviously eventually led to me making a film with a similar title.
Sean Penn. No, Sean
Penn, you
what's
lose.
his name?
You
Sean-
final answer, you lose.
Simon Pegg. Shaun of the Dead.
Peg. Yeah, you got it.
I got my
damn it
characters and my
all right.
I got my characters and my actors mixed up.
I gotta pre-screen these so I don't do that again. Raising Arizona, awesome choice. Actually, fuck, my top 5 list doesn't have a Coen Brothers. It has to have a Coen Brothers. I guess I'll have to remove The Last Starfighter. The Last Starfighter has to go.
I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Okay, and then his other choices are Annie Hall, the Woody Allen movie, which is really good. Taxi Driver, which is a really good movie. And Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, obviously. So, good choices all around. Oh, it's Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Or Fargo.
Yeah.
Or Fargo. Oh, Raising Arizona is real good. God damn it. Oh, this is tough. Because the Coen Brothers make some good movies. But I have to have one in there because I like some of my favorite. Oh, but what are my other favorite directors? I don't have a Wes Anderson movie in here. See, top 5 is top 5 is tough.
So I may have to buy Fable again.
Okay.
A Fable Anniversary for 360 just became backwards compatible on Xbox One.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, updated top 5. Doctor Strangelove, Spirited Away, Broadcast News, Breakfast Club, Big Lebowski. I might have to remove Broadcast News because it's so new. But I just want to put one that I loved in there that I remembered very recently.
We can hear Matt's toilet from here. This is great.
I know. Well, his apartment is... It's not necessarily small, but his bathroom is right next to where his computer sits. So it's just around the corner. So you're gonna get some noises in there. Anyway, it's tough to narrow down a top 5 when you think about it. Because my favorite director is Takashi Miike, the Japanese crazy director, and I don't have any of his movies in here. I don't have a Kurosawa movie in here. Even though I love Kurosawa, I should have Rashomon in here, shouldn't I? But
Can I make a request for the album art for this episode?
Sure.
I want the Shaun of the Dead poster, but with Sean Penn.
Okay.
Photoshopped into it.
Thank you. Photoshop request.
Okay. Should we put one of those crappy names underneath him as well? Call him Carl Dandleton or something?
Yeah.
No, what was the one? Truck? Jack Truck? Something like that?
Wait,
Mike Truck.
Mike Truck. I'm Mike Truck.
Todd Gonzalez.
Oh, no. We got to think of a...
Mike Big
Also,
Truck.
I want to mention, when I search this, the first things that come up are YouTube videos of the Twitter post on Google. So that's... No, it'll be... I've got it. It's Sleeve of the Dead. Or Shown of the Dead. No. Shown of the Dead. Shown for coat. Shown of the Dead.
I tried to search for Sean Penn of the Dead, and I got a Snopes article claiming that Sean Penn was not found dead.
Shown
in case anyone was wondering.
Oh, man.
I always used to get Sean Penn mixed up with Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
That's a little insight into my life.
You know what's really...
I used to get the names Dustin Hoffman and Dennis Hopper confused.
You know what movie I saw recently that I wanted to see, I had never seen before? The movie Adaptation. Have you seen the movie Adaptation?
Don't think
I've not, no.
So Adaptation is a movie directed by Spike Jonze.
Okay.
Do you know who Spike Jonze is? Director
yeah,
of
he's
Her,
not Spike Lee.
John Malkovich.
That's the important part.
Jackass movie. Also known for. Movie is written by Charlie Kaufman, who wrote Being John Malkovich, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, amongst other movies. You should probably watch this movie because it's really good, man. Oh man, have you never seen an Adaptation? I had heard it was really good, but so it's an American comedy drama, meta film, I guess, is the way to describe it. But Nicolas Cage plays twin brothers who are both screenwriters, and basically he's trying to write a movie based on the book The Orchid Thief, which is about Meryl Streep visiting this guy in Florida who is like a horticulturist who like goes into the Everglades and finds rare orchids, and he's like a real character basically. He like gets the Native Americans to like get the orchids because technically it's Native American land, so they're allowed to take flowers off of it. Anyway, it's this crazy story that is, I don't even know how to describe the way this movie is because it just would ruin the way that it is. But the movie is about a guy writing a movie that becomes the movie that you're watching. It's insane. It's just like the plot is insane. And his brother is like also writing movies, but he like writes like trash. Basically, is like trying to write this like thriller about like some guy who cuts jigsaw pieces out of like people's like skin and like leaves them, and it's like so it's like this really dumb like thing where the other character's like trying to write this Orchid Thief movie and just on a critical writer's block, just trying to like overthink it basically, and then like at one point his brother like starts trying to help him, and the movie visibly turns more into more of a thriller type movie because he's like helping write it. It's just insane, like how the way the movie is. Like it's being written while you're watching it. It's insane. It's so good. Like highly recommended film. Like wow. I completely forgotten I had watched that, but it was awesome. So. Recommend it. I'm going to find a 5 fave for next time, boys. But we'll do that again.
Yeah, that was great.
Right.
That's a fun little game. We'll do 2 of them because it's fun.
See, we don't always have to prepare things for the show.
Oh my god, I want to go over this one already. I like this actor and I love his top 5. Because it includes an amazing movie that I saw on a recommendation from somebody else. So let me just put that in the doc. All right, TJ, what's your life been?
TJ,
my life has been my life has been almost entirely a mix between, because we recorded on Sunday, which was after the SNES Clipocalypse already, right? So I already got that. I already licked my system.
When are the new ones coming back? I need another one. I gotta sell them on eBay.
Oh, I wish it was soon.
So you're selling the
wish I had a
NES
date.
Classics, right? Can I reserve
Can
one
I
of
get
those?
an NES Classic?
No, those will be coming back next year.
Oh, but
I
I
haven't
want it
seen
now.
any. Don't care how
I've been waiting in
I want it
line
now.
since 12:30 in the morning for an NES Classic. Are you going to disappoint me?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
This time of year, all I get to do is disappoint people. So I have been working my ball sweat off. I've been not really playing much of my SNES Classic. I'm just trying to finish Danganronpa number 2 because I picked up Danganronpa number 3 and I don't want to play it until I finish number 2. And then I fell into a hole at the end of last week because before playing number 2, even though I'd finished the first one, I wanted to do all the weird, dumb side stuff because there's like a side game the game's a visual novel. So you're basically playing a story, finding evidence, going through a class trial, all of that. But then there's like a side story that's just it's a mix between a dating sim and a resource collection thing. Doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. So I 100%ed that first, played the second one.
Okay.
I really should get back into Destiny because that's more fun.
I started playing that. I got way further in that.
And Adam hasn't picked it up yet.
Of course not. But I'm not waiting for either of you. I need to get that story done because there's like so much that unlocks and the story ends.
Yeah. So there's that. Because when we were playing the other night, when we beat that story mission, I was on that story mission, so we're at least at the same spot.
Yeah. I beat the next story mission, so
that's fine. We were on the same spot.
Well, I can play it again. It's not really the end of the world.
Yeah. Just don't. It's like I want to play that. I want to play more NBA because I was really enjoying it. I want to play some of these SNES classic games,
Yeah.
especially because I've never finished Final Fantasy 6, 3, whatever you want to call it. The one where the world dies. Spoiler alert. It's tough. It's tough. And tomorrow, the remake of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga's out,
Okay.
and I want to play that too.
Oh yeah, is that going to be on?
That's 3DS. Just 3DS.
Put it on the fucking Switch, you goddamn monsters!
It's on the Switch, so you can play every Mario and Luigi game. Or not on the Switch, sorry. It's on 3DS because now you can play every Mario and Luigi game ever made on the 3DS.
Yeah, that's true. But
This first one was Game Boy Advance, so they're remaking it. Second two were DS. Third two? Whatever. Second and third were on DS, and the fourth and fifth were on the 3DS. And then 22 days until Super Mario Odyssey comes out. Am I going to have time to play these games?
I don't know.
I just started playing Shovel Knight the other day. Oh,
That's the trial of our day. Too many good video games, not enough time to play.
Yeah.
too many cooks.
Nothing else
too
bad is
many
happening
cooks.
in the world today.
Everything else is bad happening in the world because
Yeah.
I can't be arsed to get out of my little depression hole to actually start streaming any of this stuff I've been playing.
Yeah.
Not truly depressed, just can't be asked to do it.
Yeah.
I haven't streamed
You
since
should
before I
try
came back from
listening
the conference.
to the last podcast on the left over and over and over again, because the first time you do it, you start to get like really disturbed and depressed by all of the serial killers and child murderers, but like the 8th time, it doesn't affect you at all. And that really prepares you for the world that we find ourselves in.
Yeah. It's the world we live in. Is the world of serial killers. And why?
Because
Why does
everything's
this have to
fucked,
be the
John.
world that we live in? Can you tell me? Man, I need answers.
It all goes back to the podcast.
so there's this
2
amendment.
podcasts ago.
Yeah.
It
We're in a
was
simulation.
developed
It's-
when people had flintlock pistols and barrel loader muskets.
I don't want to get in too deep into this debate, but I think my favorite thing, like you're touching on here, was someone saying, you know, they wrote this document in 1776. Like, do you want something that you've written today to like be interpreted in the weapons of like 2327? You know? Like,
Oh, you mean the
Written in-
disintegrator rays?
yeah,
written
like
in 1787,
1787. Okay.
ratified in 1789.
Okay, so
The man, the thing that I always come back to with the Second Amendment is like it
Yeah.
was written so
Wait.
that you could defend against a government invading your land and stuff.
yes, yeah,
When you could do that with a musket, but now if the government wants to take your shit, they're gonna bring tanks, man. Like your gun's not gonna do shit.
yeah. They're just gonna drop a fucking bomb on your house. Like they're just gonna drone strike you and it's over. So it doesn't matter. No, okay. So one of my least favorite arguments, and I'm gonna call out Killer Mike here from Run the Jewels, who I love. Run the Jewels and their music, but he was very staunchly pro Second Amendment on Twitter recently, and he trotted out the argument about, well, what about cars? We let people drive cars,
Oh, I saw the
they're
response to
dangerous.
this tweet.
and it's insane because first off, we regulate how people can use cars. You have to get a license, you have to pass a test, you have to keep
Register every one of the cars you own.
every year with the government. you know, and it's like, well, you know, and so it's just like, okay, first off, okay, yeah, they're more registered than guns, B, cars weren't built to murder people. That's all guns are built for. Like, even if you don't use them for that, that's why they were made. So why would we regulate something so heavily that can be dangerous, like a car, if misused, versus something that it'll always be dangerous if it's misused because it's fucking built to murder people.
And just like, the fact that there's like a suspension on studies of gun violence because of lobbying. Well, like, at least let's get some updated information and then try and make a decision. Let's
study this shit. Like, it's just insane. Like, that the problem with the Second Amendment and people arguing about it is that it's like people making it into a black and white issue. They're like, well, you want us to have no guns. And nobody is saying this. I think people that have permits, that know how to responsibly use a gun, should be able to go out and hunt. They should be able to go out and target shoot. You should be able to buy a handgun for home defense. But what you shouldn't be able to buy is fucking guns that can shoot 100 rounds in 30 seconds from, with scopes and all this insane shit that you don't need, that is just there to kill people faster. And it's awful.
If I was king of America...
There has to be a common sense way to fix this. That's all I'm asking for. If
I was king of America,
reform.
I would allow revolvers, shotguns, and bolt-action rifles.
Yeah.
And that's
you should
it.
be able to go out and
like,
hunt
that's
deer.
all you need for hunting. I hunted with a pump-action shotgun, and like...
And you can defend
I wasn't
your
very
house.
good at it, but that's all. That's all you need. For deer, you put a slug in. For birds, you put shot in. But you don't need like semi-autos with like a fucking bump stock. Like, it's just, man. The I can't help but think that like it's all just penis replacement when it comes down to it. Like, why would you need that much firepower if you're not compensating for something?
Well, I don't even want to make the argument like that. I mean, people like to collect things that are cool. Guns are cool. I get that. We play fucking Destiny 2 because I unlock awesome new guns that look really cool.
Yeah, like, laser guns are cool.
But there is a limit to this. Like, I would be like, you know what I mean? Like, I would be okay with not being able to actually own one. You know what I mean? Like, I know that there's a line to cross here, like, and one of the things that you'll hear like military veterans talk about who do actually have AR-15s because they were issued them as a Marine and whatnot, will say, hey, if you want to play with these cool guns, fucking sign up for the military, seriously. Like, stop being a bitch.
When you hear that same thing with like the militarization of police, like if you want to use this stuff, like be trained for it. We got into a place, didn't we?
Well, anyway, I don't want to debate it too much, but I just want to say like that I think it's insane that people think that, and there are people on both sides of this. I mean, there are people that are like, we need to get rid of all guns. No one should ever have a gun. That's kind of insane, I think.
Yeah.
Because there are people that responsibly use guns, but
and we can't
do any regulations because we make one regulation and they're going to just regulate everything and I'll never get to have a gun again. And that's not what's going to happen. It's a false argument.
The people that say like you have to get rid of all of the guns, you have they have to think about the fact that America is fucking huge, and if you make a federal law, it applies to people in Alaska who have to defend against bears and shit.
Yeah, there's fucking bears there.
There are very real situations where guns are necessary. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think a state-by-state thing makes sense in theory, but then it is just way too easy to bring stuff from one state to another. So, who knows? There's no solutions and we're all fucked.
Yeah, there's basically no good way to do this. At least it does seem like one of my other favorite things about this whole situation, to get political again. God damn it! Why? I don't want to. The NRA was like, oh, we're cool with banning bump stocks. That you can make a semi-automatic rifle fire like an automatic if you have this like weird attachment. You replace the stock of the gun with this thing because it I guess the way it works is the recoil pushes
Yeah,
back,
you
and there's a
hold your
spring that
finger
pushes
like
it
right
forward. Yep.
right
And then
at
it
the
just
firing
bounces
position,
back.
so
It
it
just
bounces and
bounces
keeps
back
hitting
and
the
forth.
trigger over. I've learned way too much about guns this week.
Okay.
'Cause-
My favorite part about this, though, is the NRA is the lobbyist for gun makers who don't make this. They're like, sure, ban it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's not affecting you in any way. This is actually like hurting small like business manufacturers who created this device, which I'm sure didn't want it to be used for this. They were just like, I want to go out back and fucking shoot a billion holes in this old car in my backyard in a cool way. But, you know, like, hey, guess what? I guess we can't have that, you know? We've ruined it. Sorry, that's too much freedom. Like,
well, some people will like wrap cool shit in det cord and vaporize it, but you need like special supervision and licensing for that. So maybe you should need special stuff for bump stocks and things like that.
Well, you're allowed to get automatic rifles like as a system, but you have to go through like insane permitting process or like own like. But
it's got to be a semi-auto, right? You can't get a full auto.
Oh yeah. Well, like you can go to Las Vegas and shoot automatic guns at gun ranges there, because they have permits that allow them to have them for like a gun range. You know what I mean? Like you have to have like regulations to have these things. Let's just make it that way. I mean, how hard is that? I mean, it sucks. I guess the government's regulating my stuff. Well, sorry.
Guess what? They fucking regulate everything.
Because we haven't, and it certainly seems to be real bad. And it's not going to go away. Anyway.
Yeah.
God damn.
There's always that Onion article every damn time.
You guys can fast forward through this, you know, like if you don't want to hear us ranting about it. Because I know I don't tune into podcasts to listen to people rant about stuff sometimes. I apologize.
I do.
I had to. I just had to say
when it's in the zeitgeist this much, it's like it's hard to avoid it. And while
tough, you know?
I like have to avoid politics to prevent myself from going into like depression spirals and like crazy thought spirals, sometimes it's also important to not just check out entirely, to make sure that we're all thinking about this and hopefully eventually we figure something out.
Yeah. That is another thing that bothers me. About the like people that are just like, oh, I don't want to involve myself in politics. And it's like, well, too bad.
Guess what? It fucking affects everything. So maybe you should pay a little bit of attention.
Can I just before we stop the 5 favorite films, I just want to mention a real good one here that I found. It is Joan Rivers's 5 favorite movies, and she listed 5 movies that she's in, which is amazing.
Isn't Joan Rivers dead?
Yes, but this is from years ago.
These are the 5 movies that gave me the most money.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. It's a joke. I mean, it's a great comedian joke. She's talking about how great that Joan was in that. You know, like, oh man, she really stood out. How great! That's amazing. Like, what a funny joke. Good for her. As I'm going through these, I realize that most actors have really bad tastes in movies, and most directors have good tastes in movies.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here. There's a difference here.
I don't have good taste in movies, so it's fine.
Ooh,
I have good taste in movies, and I also really like bad movies.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have good taste in savory foods.
TJ.
Yes.
A small bird floated in on the wind and told me you have Netflix access now. So I would just like to throw in the recommendation that you watch Stranger Things because it's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That being said, someone else told me that for some reason your account just randomly has a $30 extra credit on there.
Oh, weird. That's how did that happen?
I don't know, but should we bump it up to 2 devices so I don't accidentally bump you off?
No,
Well,
wait, what are you talking about?
No,
you get
I don't
2
know why you
devices.
would bum me off. We have separate accounts, but I
Well,
also
what-
am not
TJ.
on it very often. So
TJ, let me describe you how Netflix works. You get 2 devices with the
No.
base net. Wait, now
The $7.99 plan is one
You have
concurrent.
the $7.99 plan? You don't even get HD with that. You get 720p. What's wrong with you? It's $2 more, TJ.
I usually watch on my goddamn phone. Why would I even care about HD?
Fair enough. But anyway, the $10 plan has 2 devices, which is the one I get.
Oh, there's news with that.
Yeah.
Starting October, I think 24th. The $10 plan is going up $1 per month,
Yeah.
and the $12 plan is going up $2 per month.
Yeah, I don't know how that math works, but all right.
How that math works?
How that math works. I also don't know how meth works, to be honest.
8,
Well,
11,
see,
14. It's
I think you
up $3
smoke
at a
it.
time.
Anyway. Oh, I've got such a good list of 5 faves. I'm really excited for this new feature that we've completely stolen from another website. But it's really interesting to read about, and it's a fun guessing game. Matt, thanks for coming up with the guessing part.
Oh, hey, you're welcome.
Oh, man. Some bad ones in here.
Just,
I would like to mention,
looking
though,
at
that Dr.
my
Strangelove
Netflix
shows up in, like, probably 50% of these. So I didn't pick such a
2
exciting
screens and
fun pick
HD for just no
You all right there?
reason whatsoever.
Hey,
And it's set to 2 screens now.
oh man!
All right, how about that?
Wow!
Well, I was. If you didn't do it, I was going to change it in a second.
Look at that.
How would
Anyway.
wait? I'm confused. How would you change something on my private Netflix account?
Yeah, I don't know what
I
you're
don't know.
talking about, TJ.
Talk about this. Says my name is TJ.
Hey Matt,
Whoa,
what do you know about
my
Hulu?
earbud fell out.
Matt, how's Hulu? How's your Hulu experience going? The new Hulu account that you got.
It's good. I'm looking forward to checking out the Orville on Hulu, which I pay for with my money out of my wallet.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a great system. You know, I don't get anything out of this relationship here.
You
That's
get
okay.
friendship.
I get friendship. Oh, friendship fucking sucks. That doesn't count for shit. God, this 5 Fave movie is so good.
Some random Hulu fairy should randomly add a Hulu gift card to your account.
Yeah, man, that wouldn't be too hard.
Just saying.
Yeah. You guys want Mercury Stardust HBO login?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I've got my parents. I'm all good. Oh fuck, man.
Mercury,
This
we
is
love
the-
you too.
This is the streaming world we live in now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It's
what do you?
Mercury, we'd love to have you back on the podcast for an episode.
Yeah, he's just dead now. Apparently.
no, I don't. I haven't even talked to him in like a while. He's
Yeah.
a busy man.
I bet.
It's been several months since I've found glitter in my apartment, so I think I've finally gotten rid of all of it.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm looking through one of these lists and it's really good, and it's a person I like, so it makes me feel good about myself.
Brie Larson.
No, actually, I don't think she's done one. Man, you remembered that, huh? Brie Larson, eh? She's up there, I guess. You know, I don't get much of an option. Oh my god, I love this. This shows you the soul of the people that they are. Like, cause this is like, oh, this guy gets joked about how he's like fucking like a bro. Like, you know, like it's this whole character. He's just some bro-y guy. And you look at his movie list and you're like, yeah, that's a bro-y guy's movie list, all right. He certainly isn't skin deep.
I just
you know?
love the replacements.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that.
I liked the replacements.
Yeah.
That's bad, and you
This is
should
so
feel
good.
bad.
This is the best game that anyone's ever come up with.
God, I'm so
Sorry.
smart.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta end this. Oh my god. Some fucking good fucking names in here. This is going back to 2008. So, there's some interviews here. Anyway, I am John Danger on Twitter. You can find me there. Website's bornintheeighties.net.
You can
John
find me at
_
Justin McElroy on Twitter. JustinMcElroy.
What?
I don't know
I'm
if
at
that's
May of May.
accurate.
I'm at May of May 84 on the Twitter. You can also find me on Twitch. Hopefully, I'll start streaming again this week. I might stream right after this podcast. I'm not super
Yeah.
tired. I know you guys are tired, but if you want, as much as I'd rather get right back into Danganronpa, we haven't played Use Your Words in a while.
That's true. I can't tonight, though,
Yeah.
because I got work in the morning.
Yeah,
We should do that, though, on a weekend night.
Saturday night sounds good.
Saturday night's all right for fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got anything going on. Friday night, I will be at The Shining, though, as I mentioned.
I know Matt's usually tired, but Matt, just take a nap
Yeah,
after going through farmers market stuff.
yeah.
When?
Snap
Wait,
after
what?
Farmers market.
Saturday night, you got to be awake.
Oh, no, I got
We're
a
gonna-
thing. Well, maybe late.
Wait, a good thing?
The
Like
thing
last
that we delayed the podcast for last week, I got another one of those.
What?
That's great.
A fucking sex date? What is this? You just gotta schedule it when we're doing stuff?
Hey, I
It'll probably
made
be
sure
decent
that
late,
we
so-
were recording on Thursday this week.
Oh, this is amazing. Fucking 5 favorite films, Rotten Tomatoes is fake news. John Cena did one in 2009, and they deleted it. Because I wanted to see if it changed. But they removed it, so... Fair enough. Oh, I've never listened to this part of this. This is real bad. Are we done?
Basically.
Yeah, I can end it. I'll kill the stream
This is seriously the
now.
best game.
Not thinking.
Oh, I hit a button and it made fireworks.
So I know I want to do this. I want to.
We should be live to
I want to
YouTube.
attempt the unattemptable.
check,
Sneezing
check,
really loudly in the
check,
background.
check, check, check.
Yeah, that's my father-in-law. He is
Check.
2 rooms and a floor away right now.
Achoo!
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's going on in the world? I don't even know what to talk about now.
I don't know either.
I don't like have any topics. Like
Oh, Jim Sterling just did something about the most recent YouTube update to the apocalypse.
What?
I watched that whole thing this morning.
Is it the Patreon thing?
Not even just that. It's just they've just massively demonetized like a lot of people's videos in the past week and a half.
Oh really?
And even if you were to attempt to get them remonetized, there's a lot of pain and suffering with dealing with it. I'm in this video call. If possible, I can go in this video call twice. That's what I want to attempt. You'll see why in a second.
Yeah, you should be able to.
I'm going to attempt it over Wi-Fi, but I'm going to try and do it where I'm not pulling anything down.
Maria he, Maria ha. Oh, a wild TJ has appeared.
Yeah.
So I'm in it twice. I want to settings.
Man. The Nintendo Switch is pretty good.
It is. It really is.
There's a lot of really good stuff on that. A lot of really good games.
So do I have to do this then?
Oh, TJ, tell me when I can play Forza 7. So just let me know.
I haven't got the code yet, but
Just
when I
let me
get it,
know.
I'll
Let me know
let
the
you know.
minute you get it, because that like
Did you play any Horizon 3?
I did,
I didn't.
but I
I still haven't.
I'm not a huge fan.
You like the Motorsport series better?
I like the Motorsport series better. Oh man, I've been playing some Destiny though, TJ. You know what my
Have you
light
been
level
clearing
is?
your engrams? With
No.
the auditing.
Auditing.
Yeah.
What?
That's a Scientology thing, clearing your engrams with.
Oh
auditing.
really?
Yeah, so
Matt,
I
why
always
do you
think
know
of
about
Scientology.
things?
Because I listened to an awesome miniseries on the Ono Ross and Carey podcast where they joined Scientology for several months and then got kicked out of it.
Yeah. Wah, 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 wah.
What
Wah,
news
wah.
can I steal from Polygon?
I know, right? There's like nothing that's happened, which is like crazy because there's so much that's happened.
Are you guys going to be sure to buy your Vives for your free copy of Fallout 4?
It's not gonna happen.
It might
I
happen.
gotta play Skyrim first.
TJ is the only person in the world that hasn't played Skyrim.
Yeah.
I
Nor any other
haven't played
Bethesda game.
either.
Let's attempt this one more time.
Have you
Or do I
decided
just
to
not
start
have enough bandwidth to do it?
Because I'm talking now? Cats are like, oh, you're doing something now, so it's time to make noise.
Perfect. 3 frames per second screen share.
Oh, is that your Switch?
Nope. It's my
What
SNES
is-
Classic.
Oh.
Oh, you have it up on the old.
Oh, yeah, right. I forget your normal camera is your phone, so that's your computer.
Yeah, that's my
Right.
computer.
Oh, that's
Via my
cool.
Elgato capture card. So
Why is
Oh,
Contra 3
Yoshi's
on-
Island. I want to play Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island is so good. So
Hey,
I
good.
Matt.
love that game.
Guess who got one of these things? Me. I've only played
got-
I've only played it for like 20 minutes as well.
Oh fuck!
I'm
Excuse me.
on a Destiny kick right now, so
Do I?
That's where
Would
my
I have
life
to
is
do
at.
anything crazy to hook up my regular Super Nintendo to my monitor?
not really. You would just need something to convert the RGB to HDMI, which I'm pretty sure you can buy just a splitter that does that.
Or I mean, it's
Like a
a
little
lot
box.
easier if you get. It's a lot easier if you get a capture card though. It's a
Yeah,
lot
you
easier
should
to deal
just
with.
buy an Elgato.
That,
By an
that
Elgato
doesn't
or-
add any like latency, noticeable
No.
latency.
I'm sure it has latency, but it's I don't know, like it's just it's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You might as well, because then you can capture video off of it really easy.
Like I'm doing.
Have you seen the Destiny raid, TJ?
No, I've heard it's good though.
I have heard
Come
both
on.
people. I have heard, having seen the raid played all the way through. I don't know if I can say it's good. It's very punishing. Pretty much every encounter has one person makes a slight mistake and you have to restart.
Fair enough.
It's a little bit different than. I don't know. Anyway, we got to get started because it's late already.
Yeah, I
I
can't
don't
get
have
this to
any
work
topics.
properly.
What are we going
Unless
to
I was
talk
actually
about?
streaming, I don't think I'd get this to work.
Matt, you gotta have stuff to talk about, right? Got a haircut?
No. I took a shower earlier.
I just did that too.
So it's not exploding.
I drank a shower beer.
Oh, I love a shower beer.
I opened up my shower radio to see if I could repair it, and it was full of rust and
Well, in the shower,
degradations.
did you open it?
No. It was like, oh, I guess this isn't waterproof. Like you said it was, you sons of bitches.
Yeah. I'm just looking up things to talk about.
I spent a lot of time working on music for a play at Edgewood. I'm sure that's got like mass appeal for our audience.
Yeah, it does. That's all we got.
Uh,
I've had such a busy week. Like at work, I haven't had like a life, so it's kind of like
I've just been Danganronpaing and being like too unsure of myself to stream.
don't do that. Don't do the unsure
heck,
of yourself part.
The other day I read. I'm gonna close this because this isn't gonna work. It was fun to try, but
I'm going
that's not gonna be
live
sustainable.
to Twitch.
Yeah, please do.
go live to Twitch. Let me go on YouTube and verify levels, and then let's get this motherfucking candle lit.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this like Brutus.
Oh, I want to
Matt,
do. I want to do
Are
the
we even
thing.
on YouTube? Oh yeah, here it is.
Yes.
Hey.
Shit.
All right, let me listen.
Damn. Oh, I almost threw up there.
All right, everyone, shut the fuck up for a second. Hi, my name is John. My name is Borat. I'm a guy. All right, Matt.
My name is also Borat, and I am also a guy. Hey, Aaron's in the YouTube chat.
Hey.
Welcome to the YouTube chat.
Tell him
We
to
are
come to
doing
Twitch.
it live.
Doom 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 doo 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 doo. Rock lobster.
I'm not even on studio. You gotta warn me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you could handle simple tasks.
Fuck off. Matt.
Aaron,
you fuck off.
Tag is a bitch. All right, Matt, you go.
This is a song I'm working on called "The Internet is Racist." The internet is racist and terrible.
That's true. All right, TJ.
Yep. Rock lobster. Doom 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 doom
good
doom
song.
doo 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 doo.
All right. let me
Rock
listen.
lobster.
Star Trek Discovery brought back a beloved life form as an important Easter egg. I bet you it's a tribble. Yup, son of a bitch.
Yes, Aaron, I did watch the new Content Cop. I was going to watch Content Cop, and then it got pulled off of YouTube, and then it was put back up. Like hours later.
I've been not watching our YouTube chat. Aaron, have you been talking on our YouTube chat for like all of the rest of these things? 'Cause
No.
I've just been watching our Twitch chat. He's not been?
Yeah, I usually have both of them up, and usually
Yeah, I have the YouTube
chat
chat
is
up
empty.
usually, so.
I haven't had the YouTube chat up in a while.
I want to watch
No,
Star
I
Trek
should.
Discovery, but I don't want to buy their bullshit service.
Yeah, it's pretty much where I'm at on that. All right, we gotta get started, so let's just start and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, let's do
Wait,
it.
I gotta get my hashtag salad going first.
Oh, yeah,
Fine,
I
I'll put
put
the
anything
thing
up. I
back
definitely
up.
Put something up.
You don't have to put the thing back up. But...
No, it's the
right.
scrolling starting soon.
Yeah, okay.
It's
No,
the
it's-
magic sauce
put us up.
that makes
It
us.
can be up whenever.
Scandal, Hashtag Blackhawks, apparently. Hashtag, ooh, Blackish.
Oh, that's
That
a
has
that's a television program.
I'm trying to find like hashtags that have like the little like emoji that comes with it, because those are cool.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The best.
I
you type in a
barely know
hashtag-
how to use Twitter.
And a logo comes up afterwards.
Hashtag The Apprentice has one.
Oh God, is that still a thing?
Hashtag this this ISIS.
Hashtag hack the menu, Aaron says.
Hashtag hack the menu. I'll put it in there. That's a listener request. I stay. Oh wait,
Lobster.
I stand with Cam, which is amazing.
What?
Hashtag I stand. Hashtag. I kneel. What is it?
Take a knee.
Kneel.
Take a knee.
Take a knee. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I gotta get
Is
both
that
of them in there.
trending right now
I don't know.
on
When
Thursday?
is it not trending? Hashtag.
I don't know. There was a thing that kind of took everybody's mind off of it for a while, but I'm sure we'll be yelling about dumb shit again soon.
I don't want to say hashtag Puerto Rico because people are saying that, but that's like a real thing that's happening.
Yeah.
Can't make fun of that. Any versus TB. Hashtag T12. Wait, what is it? T12?
Aaron says lesbians for Jesus.
Oh, I can't do it. I ran out of room with hashtags. Next time. Let's go Red Wings, I guess, is one. Hashtag 1-2.
Let's
Boom.
go bread wings.
I didn't even write that we were podcasting. It's literally 100 hashtags.
That's called social media marketing.
Welcome. All right, ready? You guys ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right.